And we're live. All right, welcome everybody. Good to see you. Today is Monday, April 8th, and today we are going to talk about what's happening in the markets right now. We're going to talk about the stocks that I'm trading right now, and we're going to talk about after hours trading. What is after hours trading? Should you do it? And why do you need it? Why does this exist? So let's see. Last time I was here, the batteries of my little mic gave up, and therefore you could not hear me. And right now, let me just see if you are here, if you can hear me, if you can see me. And I should have a window that says comments and reactions. There we go. Fantastic. We are all set. All right. So if this is your first time here, hi, I am Markus Heitkoetter. And people ask me all the time, what do you do for a living? Well, I am a trader, and I also show people how to generate an income by trading stocks and options, but not how you might think. You see, people come to me because they want to make enough money with trading so that they can quit their job and spend more time with their families and travel a lot like I do. And even though they have saved already some money, they tell me that they don't get enough returns to be able to quit their jobs anytime soon. And then they tell me that this makes them feel stuck and frustrated. Now, if this sounds familiar to you, you're not alone. Lots of people go through this because, after all, how can you not be frustrated? Because you work hard, you save money, you put it into your retirement account, maybe even invest in some of these stocks that everybody's talking about or recommending, but then you realize it just doesn't work this way. So how can this not be frustrating? And here's what I tell them. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And you see, trading can be simple, and I will prove it to you. But first, let's chat a little bit. I haven't seen you in a couple of days because today is Monday. So if you're wondering what did I do this weekend, I was in Dallas at a sailing regatta. Now, if you have been following this on Facebook, then you know on Saturday wasn't easy. But I brought a picture for you because I thought this might be cool to actually show you what I'm doing on the weekend. So here, this is actually, these are my kids. This is my son Julius and his skipper Lucy. So they won first place in this regatta. And then there is Alex and Jake. They were in second place. And here's my daughter Vivian. And Vivian and James, they are sailing together and they won third place. So it's good to see both of my kids on the podium here. That's the Commodore of the Rush Creek Yacht Club. Anyhow, it's so interesting. So, okay, obviously my son and my daughter, they are siblings. But also these two are siblings. So my son is sailing with Lucy and my daughter Vivian is sailing with James, which is Lucy's brother. So it's almost a family business. Anyhow, so back to this. Today, by the way, I found something interesting. So I found an article from Randy Zuckerberg. And so yes, Zuckerberg, it is the sister of the Mark Zuckerberg. So Randy wrote an article and said there's 5 areas in your life. Let me bring those up really quick here. And she said for her, there are these following 5 areas in her life: maintaining friendships, building a great company, spending time with the family, staying fit, and getting sleep. And what she realized, she said, you know what? Out of these 5 areas, you can only focus on 3. And if you try to focus on all 5, there's just not enough hours in the day. And I can relate because, as you know, I'm trading and this only takes 15 minutes a day. So I am building a great company. I am spending time with the family. I am trying to maintain friendships. So instead, in terms of staying fit, well, I could definitely lose some pounds. And getting sleep, I think I could also get a little bit more sleep. But I'm just curious, what do you think? Is she onto something? Do you think that you can maintain all 5 areas in your life? And again, these 5 areas might be different for everybody, might be different for you. This is what she said are the 5 areas for her. And she said, well, you got to pick 3. Can't focus on all 5. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Let me know if you think that she's right. And also, what are the 3 main areas in your life that you're focusing on right now? All right. By the way, if you're enjoying the show thus far, make sure that you hit the like button or one of these thumbs up that you see on your screen. And you can hit it multiple times. You can hit like, and like this when I see the likes flying in. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, do the same. And also hit the subscribe button and the little bell that is next to the subscribe button, because this way you get notified whenever I release a new video. So let's go back to the markets and let's talk about what happened in the markets today before we talk about the stocks that I personally own right now, the stocks that I want to trade right now, and also what is after hours trading, because some of you asked that question and I want to definitely address it for you. So let's just take a look at the markets. And yes, the Dow Jones is slightly down here today. S&P and Nasdaq is up, the Dow Jones is down. So why are the S&P and Nasdaq up and the Dow is down? Well, because there are some major heavy lifts in the Dow that have been dragging it down today. So the stocks that everybody is talking about here right now is Boeing, and there's bad news for Boeing again. I mean, Boeing has been in the news for quite a while. Today, down 4.4%. So why is that? Why is Boeing down? Well, it seems that the 737 MAX could be grounded for months. And this is where some analysts have actually said, okay, I think it was Bank of America who gave Boeing only a hold from a buy. And Boeing was everybody's darling earlier this year because it skyrocketed. It went up 50% between end of December and I want to say end of February, beginning of March. So dramatic, but what goes up must come down. So other stocks that were affected by this was Southwest Airlines. So why is Southwest Airlines affected by Boeing? Well, because Southwest Airlines has pretty much all 3 737s in their fleet. Now, not all of them are 737 MAX 8, the plane that is affected by the crash here. But there's quite a few, and you see, especially with the social media, it is very difficult right now for the airlines to instill trust and say, you know what, everything is safe, because everybody says, well, they released a software patch, but who knows, right? The other thing, GE, everybody's darling. General Electric got downgraded today and was down 5.9%. Now, why do I say that GE is everybody's darling? Let's just go back here to the screen for a moment. GE was the flagship stock for dividend investing. And geez, I do not believe in dividend investing at all. In fact, I did a video around this, and if you search it on my channel or on Facebook, or just hop over to YouTube, search there for dividend investing, you will see my take on this. And I think dividend investing is, I mean, it's a cute idea, but honestly, it doesn't work. I mean, not if you want to make millions of dollars. Anyhow, so long story short, what do? Stay away from the mainstream stocks, because you see, everybody's darling is getting hammered right now. So trade what you see, not what you think. And in a moment, I'm going to show you exactly how I find the best stocks to trade. But let's talk about the stocks that I currently own here right now. Let's go back to the charts. So the stocks that I have is, if you have been following me for a while, you know it. CRC is one of the stocks, and here we are. As you can see, today went up really, really nicely. And today I was able to take some profits. So when taking some profits, I'm also moving my stop loss closer to the entry price. And right now on this stock, I cannot lose anymore. So I always lose like this. Some profits already locked in, and now I want to see if we go up to 31.16, that is my profit target. Another stock that I picked up last week was GDS. So GDS here also up nicely, as you can see. Let me just move this here a little bit. There we go. So as you can see, I'm having a pretty lofty target here, small stop loss, but again, GDS is nicely up. The only stock right now that I have in my portfolio that is slightly down is CDXS. We talked about CDXS, and here you see it's slightly down. Still want to see if we have a push to the upside, but right now we are a little bit down here, still not hitting my stop loss, and this is the only stock that is right now not behaving as nicely as I want. Another stock that I have in my portfolio is CLF. So CLF here also nicely up, few dollars here. And then this is the last one that I have, RYAM, Ryanair, whatever. And as you can see, I entered here at 14.19. It is right now at 14.66, so also nicely up. Today, the one stock that I wanted to pick up was RARE, R-A-R-E, but I didn't get in because the way how I like to trade is that I want to see exactly that it goes above the previous day's high. So the way how, here it is, by the way, let's take a look at RARE. So I'm using a software called the PowerX Optimizer to find my stocks, to calculate the exact entries, to calculate exactly where should I place my stop loss and when to take profits. And if you're interested in learning more about the way how I personally trade, go to mytradingroutine.com. If somebody could type it in here in the comments, this would be fantastic, would help me out because I shouldn't mess with the comments. The website is called mytradingroutine.com. There's a 35-minute video that shows you exactly the indicators that I like to use, how I pick the stocks to trade, when exactly I enter, how do I limit my risk, when do I take profits, how do I then move my stop loss that I can't lose on it again. Anyhow, so this is all on mytradingroutine.com. So now you know what's happening in the markets today, and you also know the stocks that I'm trading. And in a moment, we're going to talk about trading after hours. What are these so-called after hours? Should you be trading after hours? Why do they exist? And what are the pros and cons of trading in the after hours? But hey, let me know, thus far, is this helpful? If so, please type in a comment. Let me know if you found this helpful. Also, let me know, thus far, which segment did you find most helpful? When I shared some personal stuff of what's going on in my life, when I shared the thoughts of Randy Zuckerberg here about the 5 areas in life, if you found this helpful, the market commentary of what's happening in the market, type this in the comment if you found this most helpful, or if you find it most helpful to see what stocks I'm personally trading, where I enter, where I have my profit target and stop loss. So if you could leave this in the comments, this would help me tremendously, because this way I know what you like and I will focus on these segments more. As you know, the show here, I'm trying to do it every afternoon at 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Time. Should be around half an hour, and I'm incorporating various segments, and I'm just curious which segment you like best. And talking about different segments, so there's always a teaching segment, and today's teaching segment again is about after hours trading. What is it? Should you do it? Do you need it? But you also know that I like to include some motivational segments. And some of you said that they really enjoy this. So I want to spend a few minutes and right now talk about some motivation for you. You see, success is waiting for you. So you want a better life? You want to make more money? You want to have more time? And you have some good ideas on how to do this? Do you know what those ideas are worth when you don't execute on them? They're worth nothing, because ideas by themselves have zero value unless they can be brought to life by you. Don't let these ideas die in your head. Get them out, bring them to life, put them in the world, run with them. And whatever path you're gonna take, just do it. Do it. I mean, pour some life into your ideas. At least give it a chance. No more waiting, no more putting it off or waiting for the right time or the right people or the right alignment of things in the world. No more of that. No more excuses. Just execution. Just go and make it happen. See, a lot of folks talk so much about it. Hey, I want to do this and I want to do that. I want to start trading. I want to make more money. I want to have a better life. And then they do nothing. You see, it's the mind. It's the mind that's lacking. The mind is trying to find an easy way out. Your mind is making you think too much right off the bat. Your mind is start to think about, oh, what broker should I choose, and what charting software is the best, and how much do I have to pay in taxes? Stop! Just go out there and start doing. Learn one strategy and then start practicing. You see, nobody got it right immediately. You start and then you make some mistakes and you learn from them and you keep going. See, it's like walking. Think about it. When a toddler takes its first steps, what's happening? Well, what's happening when a toddler takes the first steps? He falls down, right? And then he gets back up and tries again. Now, think about it. What would happen if the toddler would give up after he falls down for the first time? He would never walk. But now here we are as adults, and sometimes we don't even try. We are already in our head thinking, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? Think about it. If toddlers did that, none of us would walk or ride a bicycle or swim. So get out of your own head. Stop overthinking it. Just start doing it and expect to make mistakes. And then you'll learn from them and you'll get better. And if you keep doing this, you will become unstoppable. But stop waiting for it. You're running out of the most valuable asset. And why wait another moment? And why don't you start? Who knows how much more time we have? How much more time you have? Stop sitting back and taking notes all day long. One day you have to graduate class. One day you have to become the money-making machine that others then try to emulate and take notes from. That's when you pass the torch. But before you pass the torch, you must have the torch first. You see, the torch of success is there. It is within your reach. But you have to get up and get it. The torch of success will not be handed to you. You have to get up and get it. So stop thinking about it and start doing it. Right now, decide to do one thing, no matter how small, but decide to do one thing that brings you closer to your goal, and then do it. You got this. Success is waiting for you. Go get it. All right, so that's my little sermon for you. I hope that you're enjoying this. And if you enjoy this segment, let me know in the comments that you like this one, because then I'll keep doing them. I see it's just a few minutes, but sometimes it might be helpful. And I will also turn this into a podcast. By the way, if you haven't had a chance to listen to my podcast yet, you should do it. I'll post the link here in the comments, or actually if somebody could do this for me, it's rockwelltrading.com/podcast. If you go to rockwelltrading.com/podcast, this is where you see my latest podcast with all the episodes, motivational, teaching, so there's everything in between. The latest one that I have on there is about the best broker, and we talked about this, but if you want to listen to it again, it's there. So it's rockwelltrading.com/podcast. All right. Now, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about trading. So let's talk about after-hours trading. What is after-hours trading? Should you do it? And do you need it? You see, people think that they need to trade after hours because they don't have the time to trade throughout the day. And that is dead wrong. But first, let's talk about what after-hours trading is. So first of all, the exchanges are open from 9:30 in the morning, and this is Eastern time, New York time, from 9:30 to 4 o'clock. This is when most of the trading takes place. But then, after the exchanges close, there is some other trading going on, and this is by electronic exchanges, right? So you can place orders, and they will be executed if you specify that you do want to trade during after hours. So what are the pros and cons of trading after hours? Should you do this? First of all, let me address a myth. in order to trade, the markets do not have to be open. In fact, my favorite way to trade is to analyze the stocks while the markets are closed and then place an order. When you place an order and you don't specify that you want to trade after hours, here's what will happen. If I place an order right now as the exchanges are closed, it will be executed tomorrow after the exchanges open. So that's the cool thing. And this is what you need to understand. In order to trade, the markets do not have to be open. Whether you place an entry order or exit orders like a stop loss and profit target, you can do it in the evening. So why do after hours exist? Because trading is addictive. And so there's two main reasons why after hour trading exists. First, for the trading junkies. There are really some people who after dinner sit down in front of the computer and they try to trade overnight. Now here's the challenge. Overnight, there's not many participants. Again, most participants are trading between 9:30 Eastern Time and 4 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Time. So during the night, there's not much going on, but some people think, well, I'll just trade after dinner. It doesn't work this way. I mean, really, stay away from this. What is another reason why they're after hours? Well, as you know, sometimes companies report earnings after hours, right? So if you have big companies like Netflix or Apple or Facebook reporting earnings, what they call after the bell, this is when markets can be whipsawed around. So this is where large institutional traders sometimes try to take advantage of these moves. Now, this is where you're trying to swim with the sharks, and trust me, most people who try to swim with the sharks are being eaten alive by the sharks. Don't do this, right? I mean, based on my experience, trading after hours is extremely dangerous. It is very illiquid and it will be very frustrating for you. Just stick to the regular times. And the cool thing is, if you don't specify with your broker specifically when you place the order that you want to trade these ETH, extended trading hours. This is what ETH stands for. If you do not specify it, it means that your order is being held until the exchanges are open again. And then you place it. Now, about earnings. The way how I personally like to trade stocks, I stay away from earnings. I pick stocks that are not reacting to earnings. And in order to do this is whenever I find a stock that I want to trade, I first look for gaps. When I see gaps on the chart, I'm staying away from the stock. Because what do gaps mean? It means that right now this stock is very receptive to either earnings or any other news. By the way, if you would like to know how I personally trade, go to mytradingroutine.com. This is where I have a quick video for you that shows you exactly what I'm looking for before I decide to trade a stock. And again, there's several criteria. One, I want to see that 3 indicators are pointing in the right direction, either up, in this case, I want to buy a stock, or down, then I want to sell a stock. And I have then 2 other criteria, and one is trendability and the other one is gappiness. And if you want to learn more about this, go to mytradingroutine.com, find out more. And this is where you also see the software that I'm using. And if you would like to have a demo of the software, you can press the button right underneath, and then Rachel or Paul will get back to you. Anyhow, so going back to after hours. After hours, for most people, they're not. They're not good, okay? So this in summary, stay away from this. I personally have tried to trade after hours. It has been really frustrating. It's very illiquid, and this is not the way to make money. Trade when everybody else is trading, and you do not need to be in front of the computers in front of your computer when the market is open. But now you know what after hours are. This is the trading that is happening after the exchange is closed, but you don't need this at all. All right. Hope this helps. Cool. So was this helpful? If it is, and you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the little notification so that you can receive notifications, the little bell, whenever I go live. And if you are on Facebook, you see here on Facebook, there are notifications probably on the top. And if you click on notifications and click on see these first, this way you're seeing these notifications and videos first. And I hope that you enjoyed watching this show as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you know anybody who might find this video helpful, please feel free to share it, because sharing is caring, right? The more you spread the love, the more we get people educated about trading and that it can be simple. The more people will start trading and see that it is possible to make money with trading. All right, let's take a look at some of your comments here, because I appreciate you all being here. And there's Debbie. Good to know that the sound is good. Hey Lorena, how are you? Liz, good to see you here. Lorena says the days are just too short. This is probably to the segment that I did in the beginning where I talked about the 5 areas and that Randy Zuckerberg thinks that you can only focus on 3. And I kind of agree on this one. So Debbie says her 3 are building a great company, spending time with family and friends. Agreed. Hard to hit all 4. Absolutely. Marina, so good to see you here. All right, Lorena says, all is helpful, motivation, knowledge, and fun. All right, then let's keep doing this. I mean, if you enjoyed the show as it is, we'll keep doing it. And again, my goal is to keep this to 30 minutes or less, so we have another 3 minutes to go. And the shares you like and don't like the best from the top picks. Okay, so, all right, we'll do this. More of what I like and don't like. Raza, so good to see you here. Love your holistic approach. Appreciate it. Joseph says he really appreciates the segment about the stocks that I'm trading. Lorena, thank you so much for doing it. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, do it. Go to rockwelltrading.com/podcast. Let me actually show this to you here really quick. rockwelltrading.com/podcast. When you go there, okay, you can listen to it in Apple Podcasts, in Google Podcasts, in Overcast, Spotify, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, whatever you have. You see the latest episodes here. You can listen to it on the web, but the easiest is if you're just subscribing to the podcast, whatever player you like best. So rockwelltrading.com/podcast. Thank you so much, Lorena, for posting it here. All right. All right, Lorena says, I have a question. I am seeing in the Forex Analyzer that the RI for rare is 41.7%, and I think I saw on your screen that it is higher. Yes, let me actually show you of what you need to do there. So if you are already using the Forex Analyzer and you're bringing up rare, okay, so by default, it will come up with the non-optimized settings. And you see right now, this where you see a minus 5.5% RI, it is because this here is still red. So you need to click this little icon here, and once it turns green, this is when you use the optimized settings, and these are the settings that I personally use. And then you see the past performance, and I'll make it a little bit bigger, Lorena, that you can see it, of 82.4%. Is this making sense? So now it's probably a little bit better. So this is what I tried to do today. And I did not get filled because I want to make sure that we are going above this high of 78.48. And if you go to rare, you see that today's range, the high of today was 74.38. So therefore, I let the market come to me. I'm not chasing the market. But great question here, Lorena. Thanks for asking. Okay, good. So, Michelle says, very much enjoy your positiveness. Thank you so much, and thanks for all the comments and questions here. All right, fantastic. And it has been 30 minutes. Can you believe it? Time is flying when you're having fun. And again, if you just tuned in, You can watch the recording of this show here, so just okay, rewind. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel on YouTube if you're watching it on YouTube, or on Facebook. Make sure that you click on hit notifications first. And I really enjoy doing the shows. I love seeing you here live, for those of you who are joining us live. And right now, actually, I am looking in the best way to let you know when I am going live, to see whether I do it by email or by text message or by messenger. By the way, how would you like to receive a notification when I go live? Because Facebook usually takes 5 to 10 minutes, so you're missing the beginning of the show. Do you prefer if I send you a notification in Messenger, or a quick text message, or an email? Let me know, because I want to make it easy for you to tune in. Because one of the advantages of being live on this show here is that you can ask questions live, as Lorena just did, and then I can answer them live here. So at the end of the show, I really enjoy the question and answer, the comments. So really appreciate this. Anyhow, let me know how I would like to receive the notifications, and I'll talk to you very soon. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Bye.